Alright, so Curse of Strahd, Session 20, Winter Splint. So, you are all currently assaulting Yester Hill, home of the druids who attacked the Wizards of Wine, and stole one of the magical items that allows the Mardikovs to cultivate the grapes needed for their wines. The other two were taken. The other was taken to a ruined town known as Berez. A large wicker effigy of Strahd is the current focus of the druids here in the circle, and a large dark shape is beginning to form within the effigy. The druids so far are completely focused on the ritual, and a group of savage berserkers have leapt to their defense. Strahd himself is also present, though he is astride his nightmare steed and focused on a wall of fog to the west of the hill. So, just to refresh your memory, you went up this terraced hill, which is called Yester Hill, and you're in this massive stone circle that has the druids, the berserkers, and the effigy in it. Which is where all the fun is happening right now. Past the stone circle is a grove of trees with one especially large, sickly-looking tree growing in the middle of it. So that's kind of the lay of the land where you are. So we ended last time at the top of the initiative order. So Ilmoon had just made his first successful death save. And just to refresh your guys' memories, because we've been through the order a couple times, it goes the Berserkers, then Elaine Tree, then Declan, then Goldenrod and R2, then the Druids, then Ilmoon. That's the initiative order. So, everybody good? Anybody have any questions?
I wrote down I have advantage because someone did something to me.
Declan gave you advantage from his silvery barbs.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this session have a punny title?
It's just called Winter Splint. Sorry. Which is what they are they're chanting Winter Splinter as they're doing their...
I'll write it down as Winter Splinter.
There you go. Thanks, Jay. All right. So the Berserkers are up. All right, so we're going to start up here. Actually, this guy has Hideous Laughter, so he, at the end of their turn, is going to make another Constitution saving throw, right, Kit?
Yes, it is. Hang on, let me get out of my music and into my character sheet. Whoa, D&D Beyond is like rainbowy. It is Hideous Laughter. I think it's a wisdom. I know it's a wisdom save.
Okay. Yeah, because they're not great at that, which is why he keeps not making it.
Wisdom 13.
Okay. So, and just to refresh everybody's memory, also the squares on here are 5 feet. So when figuring out your movement. So this barbarian is going to move over here, and he's going to attack Elaine Tree recklessly. And still miss, I'm going to assume, with a 13 to hit.
I believe my armor class is 14, so yes, he misses. It is 14.
Okay. This barbarian is still enraged that Ilmoon would attack his god's effigy and is going to take a slice out of his unconscious body.
Whoa.
And I'm going to assume a 22 hits. So that's a hit, which just causes you to have a failed death save.
Okay.
Must get to Ilmoon.
just kind of brings his axe down on you. Oh, and just to remind you, Mike, the barbarian facing off against you there has your spiritual weapon behind him.
Right.
This one is going to attack R2 recklessly. And I rolled an 8 and a 5 again, so I'm going to assume a 13 isn't a hit.
That is not a hit.
Okay, and this one is going to recklessly attack Declan. And 21 to hit.
I'm going to deflect it.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
So I have to roll with disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I just re-roll, and that's a miss. And so, okay, and this guy's going to try to make his Constitution saving throw. And I rolled a 4 again, so he is still rolling on the ground laughing.
Awesome.
Elaine Tree, it's your turn.
Okay, is Ilmoon Ilmoon's definitely within 60 feet of me, right?
Yes, he's within like 15 feet of you.
Okay, so my bonus action is I'm going to cast Healing Word on Ilmoon. Mr. Moon, you are healed. And he gets a whopping 5 hit points. And I can't use that till my long rest.
Ilmoon.
Praise Helm, and then he looks and realizes that Elaine Tree is the only ally around. What?
Okay. Praise the.
So, Ilmoon, the berserker is still like almost standing astride over you with its battle axe over its head.
Yikes!
So because that was my bonus action, I can't disengage, can I?
That was only a bonus action. You can do your action and then, or I don't know how is cunning action.
Does cunning action?
Cunning action is bonus action, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
cunning action is a bonus action. Whoa, what happened to Paytash?
Turned his camera off.
Okay, so can I, because I cast, that's a bonus action,
Yes.
Healing Word, can I still attack?
Yes, you can take your regular action.
So I'm going to attack. He's attacking me reckless. Is he attacking me recklessly?
Yes,
That means I get advantage when I attack him, correct?
correct.
Okay, so I'm taking out the poison, what I think is the poison short sword. And what is the short sword is, where is it? +7, 18.
That is a hit.
Yay! 1d6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10 points of damage.
Okay, so he takes 10, and then he's going to make a Constitution saving throw. Which he made.
Okay, so he doesn't get any extra damage or anything like that.
Nope.
I cannot move because I can't. Well, I could disengage. I could move, but he would get attacks of opportunity on me. Correct.
Correct.
I will stay where I am. Mr. Moon, are you okay?
Hanging in there, kid.
All right. Declan, you're up.
Oh wait, I gotta roll my temporary hit points.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so
5 plus 5.
I need to get to. You do a couple things here. I need to get in or closer to Ilmoon here. I'm going to use my free use of Misty Step because of Fey Touched. And I'm going to move right behind that druid that's due west. Oh, I cast enlarge.
So, like
Right there. Yep.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3.
So that is my bonus action. And I am going to, as my action, cast Spirit Guardians.
And you're right there now. So.
And to make things more difficult for you, if you can you make another radius for me?
5, 30. So there's 30. And how big is this radius?
And then Spirit Guardians is 15-foot radius for me.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15.
And
Spirit
when I
Guardians
cast
is yellow.
Okay. And when I cast a spell, I designate any number of creatures I can see to be unaffected by it. And since I can see, can I see R2?
Yes, those stones are maybe like 2 or 3 feet tall.
Okay,
just kind of
so
like a
I'm
tumble of
basically
stones.
all of my allies are unaffected by this. Everybody else is affected. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw and then take radiant damage on a failed save and half on a success.
And also, if he's taking damage, he gets advantage on his Hideous Laughter.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
The one that's got Hideous Laughter on him, he gets advantage on his Hideous Laughter save.
Because it's not so funny.
Yeah, it's not so funny when you're.
It's not so funny when like Guardians of Helm are swirling around me, and
that's right.
What do
your dead?
What do your Spirit Guardians look like? I'm just curious.
I'm just imagining. It says they appear angelic or fey, but with Adam's discretion, I imagine them just basically as knighted, like spirits. So kind of like they're kind of incorporeal or floating from like the waist down, and from the waist up, they're fully armored, wielding swords.
I picture them looking like the army of the dead from Return of the King.
Yeah, less like repulsive, I guess. But,
you realize if Langtree cast that spell, it'd be little Figaros floating through the air.
That's right.
Okay,
so do they all? So it's when they start their turn.
When they start their turn there, or when they enter their turn there.
Okay, so the druids will take it once they start their turn, and then the berserkers next time. Okay. Goldenrod and R2, you're up.
All right. R2 is going to attack the dude. He's got advantage on it.
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to try and give a force empowered rend. 20.
That's a hit. Their armor class is 13. So.
For minimum damage, 4 points.
Hey, it all counts.
And then Goldenrod realizes that there are some berserkers who have nobody to look at but him, so he's going to run due south.
Okay.
30 feet.
20, 25, 30.
Go diagonally on that last one just to get closer to R2.
Oh, so like there?
Yeah, there we go, in that circle as well. And then I'm going to take a shot at that druid.
This one down here? This guy? Okay. Because they're not lined up.
Shot is an 18.
That is a hit.
And the second one's a 21. So, shots. 17 points.
Wow. All right, so he's like chanting and gesticulating his arms in the air, and you just hit him square in the back with both of those, and it staggers him down for a second. He stops chanting and turns to look at you with rage in his eyes.
And I will warily end my turn there.
Okay. It's their turn now. Okay, so they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay, so I'm gonna do the 3 or no wait, it's the 2 druids this time. Okay, so the first one rolled a 14,
It would be a save. So
and the other one rolled a 20.
both save. Uh, 8 points of radiant damage.
So they both are again just chanting and gesticulating, and incorporeal knight just basically slides through both of them with its sword extended, and it like snaps them out of the chant, and they're looking around, kind of almost noticing what's going on for the first time at this point. That being said, where did my thing go? The lightning around the hill increases in intensity, striking the stone circle more regularly. It's almost like at this point it's constantly hitting some point around the stone circle. The 3 that have taken damage, so the one druid standing next to Declan turns and pulls a club off his shoulder and starts muttering unholy words, causing it to glow green, and is going to take a swing at Declan. And rolls an 18, which I believe is a miss.
Right.
And you feel it thing, it's almost like humming with power as it swings by you.
And that would have hit my shield.
Yes. Boom. And this guy down here. Okay. Second, he is also going to cast a spell. He reaches into his hides and furs that he's got wrapped around himself and pulls out. Looks almost like a stem of a rose, and you can see these like wicked thorns all over it. And as he chants and starts waving it about, it elongates into a whip. And he whips it at Declan. Rolling a natural 20, which makes it a 24.
I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Okay.
Action.
Try it again. And the laws of averages work out because I rolled a 1 that time.
Yes. And I'll give Elaine Tree advantage.
Okay. She already has it.
Oh, then I will give. Who would like advantage? I will give Ilmoon advantage.
Ooh. And the one that Goldenrod shot at is going to let's see. Going to cast
Who's doing this, by the way?
the one druid that Goldenrod shot.
Gotcha.
He starts chanting, and a small ball of fire appears in his hand, and he throws it at Goldenrod. Okay. I rolled a 6. ball of fire goes sailing off into the distance ineffectively. And it is now Ilmo's turn.
How tall is the effigy of Strahd?
4, I think. $50 feet.
Okay. And so the glowing seed is like about halfway up.
Probably like 3/4. So it's probably let's see, like 25 feet up, I would say. Or actually, no, it would be halfway. So like 30 feet up, I would say.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's like in its chest.
Right. All right. All right. Well, got advantage here. I'm gonna go surprise and take a swat at this guy who's trying to double kill me. 21 to hit for the first attack. 12 for the second. For 8 points of piercing damage.
If you hit him with your fancy double-bladed spear, he seems to be rearing back for another attack, and you just kind of like stab upward, catching him in the shoulder with your spear. And is that your turn?
I'm going to use Step of the Wind to disengage from this guy, and I'm going to climb as far up the effigy towards the seed as I can.
Okay, so we'll say you don't have a climbing speed, so
I'm assuming it's like half of normal movement, like
yeah,
20 feet.
yeah. We'll say make it. I'm gonna move you over here just to indicate that you're there, that you're climbing up him, and as you disengaged, right? With
Yes.
Step of the Wind. Okay. So you just start scrambling up. It's pretty easy to climb because it's just all this like woven branches and stuff. And you just start scrambling up it. And now it's the Berserker's turn.
Remember your temporary hit points, Jay.
Yeah, how many is it again, Mike?
It's 1d6 plus 5.
Thank you.
All right. So these 3, it's Constitution saving throws for the Spirit Guardians, Mike?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm going to ask that every time. I just know it.
And I'm sure the Berserkers have high wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be like 20th level and it'll be like, so that's a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. So those 2 have both failed. I'm going to and then those 2 succeeded. A 16 and a 15 would both be a success, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So another 8 points of radiant damage for the ones that succeeded, and 15 for the ones that failed.
Okay. So 1 and 2. We'll start up here with a lane tree. It's going to recklessly attack a lane tree again. And hit, I'm going to assume with a 23. Doing minimum damage. 4 points of damage.
Ooh, I lose 4 of my temporary hit points.
He's going to make a save. This guy's going to move down here to attack his R2. And
keep in mind his movement is halved, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, he just moved basically like 5 feet.
Just heads up.
Okay. So a 19, is that a hit?
Yes.
Against R2?
Yep.
Okay. Doing 10 points of slashing damage. And this other one's going to recklessly attack as well, R2. and roll a 21 to hit.
Mhm.
Doing 13 points of slashing damage. That went all right. So this guy's going to start climbing up after Ilmoon and is going to try to attack as he gets up there, but is going to have disadvantage since he's climbing and attacking at the same time. And I'm going to assume a 13 is not a hit.
Blessedly, that is a miss.
So you just hear like this like screaming and roaring come tearing up the effigy behind you and just and you like feel the axe like bury into the effigy next to you.
I picture Ilmoon hanging by his hands and like kicking his legs around, trying to not get his feet chopped off.
And I think that's all the barbarians, and the one gets a advantage on its saving throw now, right?
Right, because he got hurt. He's getting hurt by the spiritual guardian.
Yes. And that time I rolled a 18.
That does it.
All right, so he is no longer laughing. Okay. That's the barbarians, and now it's Elaine Tree's turn.
Okay, so I get advantage. He's still recklessly attacking me, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I get advantage on the attack with my short sword. And I roll, let's see. I'll take the, can't read these dice that Zach gave me. 24.
That would be a hit.
That'd be a hit. No, and it's just, there's no one with me, so.
But you do have advantage on the attack.
Yeah, the other one roll was a 4.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, you would be able to use your sneak attack damage, right? It's whenever you have an advantage, right, Jay?
Oh yeah, if you have advantage, you can automatically do sneak attack.
Oh, okay. So hang on. That's a.
Kit, Elaine Tree will be like a 20th level rogue, and you'll be like, do I get sneak attack damage?
So my sneak attack damage is 3d6. So that is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 for sneak attack damage. And then for the sword, it's 9. So that's 18 damage on that one. I don't know if he has to roll a Constitution saving throw again or not.
Yep, and that time he failed it. So he's going to take some poison damage.
Okay.
And it's a lot, so.
Is he still kicking?
No, yeah, hold on. So, how would you like to have stabbed him?
Elaine was after she got stabbed, she's like, ouch, that hurts. Do you like it? And stabs him.
So you just like kind of nick him, and he looks at you and laughs for a second, and then he just like puts a hand to his throat and starts coughing, and little flecks of blood start coming out, and he falls over dead.
Cool. Bonus action. I'm gonna do. Well, I'm not near anybody. I can still move. I'm gonna move to the.
So you are near this druid here who is attacking. Hey, Rowan.
Am I within combat range of that druid?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'll do something I haven't done before. I'll use my bonus action to 2-weapon fight, and I'll stab him with a dagger. 11?
That is against the druid, not a hit.
Not a hit. Okay. And I'll just stay where I am because that was my bonus action.
Okay. Declan, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon over to the left and then diagonally down right to the south of me.
There?
Yep. And my bonus action, I'm just going to have it attack the same druid that I've been attacking to my left.
Okay.
17 plus. I'm imagining that's going to be a hit for 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
And as my action, I am going to attack with my sword. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll attack with the sword against the druid as well. What AC am I hitting?
11.
Okay, well, yeah, 16. Okay, for 5 points of slashing damage.
He looks very bloodied at this point. Is that your turn?
That's my turn, yep.
All right. Goldenrod, you're up.
All right. R2's going to attack the one he's been attacking that he has advantage on.
Okay.
That's going to be a hit. For I rolled minimum damage last time. This time I rolled max damage. 11 points.
Nice.
And then I'm going to try sharpshooting my way to kill this druid. The first shot is going to be 16.
That's a hit.
Right, so let's see if that kills. For 18 points on that one.
That will kill him. However, you would like to.
So Goldenrod takes a long time just lining up the shot perfectly and lets a magical bolt loose. Finds it, the druid right in the eyeball.
Nice.
And fells it.
Down.
And I'm going to, since he's out of the way, shoot at that other one that's still chanting, I believe, right?
So this guy and this guy are both still chanting.
All right. I zoomed in. I didn't see the other guy down there. Let's go with the one closer to me.
So this guy?
Also, yep, I'm going to try and sharpshoot him. That's probably not a hit. 11.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm so excited I shot the first guy that.
Watch, I'll do it again. All right. And R2 went, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now it's the druid's turn. And
Wisdom
they're going to
save.
make their wisdom saves. So that
You
is
hope.
they're going to try to make their wisdom saves. It's just those two.
Do or do not. There is no try.
So a 12 and a 13.
Okay, so they both failed. And unfortunately, I rolled crappy. So they take 9 points of force damage. Or I'm sorry, 9 points of radiant damage.
This guy is beset on all sides by spectral knights and is just burned to a crisp as they swarm around him, taking swings at him, and he falls to the ground dead.
So before they attack him, I say, may you find peace in the afterlife, for you find none in this one. As the guardians.
Yikes. Okay, so that's what they did. And you hear a low cracking and resonant monstrous roar audibly coming from the effigy as the shape within, the dark shape within, begins to solidify. And Ilmoon being right up on top of this thing, you can see in between the gaps in the branches that there's actually like a physical form starting to take, and you can feel the branches you're holding onto start to heave and move. And it's the druid's turn. So that guy's still chanting. So he's the only one not chanting. He's going to yeah, my God. Cast. He just simply claps his hands, and a wave of thunder shoots out from him with a thunderous clap. And let's see, 15-foot cube. So let's see what this looks like. Let's use an actual tool. So cube. So it's 15. So it catches a lane tree and Declan in it. So I will need you both to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sweet.
Since I have not used my advantage in the silvery barb, can I use my advantage on this?
Hang on, let me zoom in here. 15.
Okay. And he can use it on a saving throw, right?
What was that?
I can use the silvery barb saving throw or advantage on a saving throw, right?
It's actually, you don't get to save it, unfortunately. I think it is on your next. Let's see.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, you have advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Anyway, I rolled a 10.
Okay, so Declan, you take 5 points of thunder damage. And Elaine Tree, you take 11 points of thunder damage.
There go my 10 points.
Yeah, so the stardust that is floating around Elaine Tree and I just absorbs some of that damage.
Actually, you know what? I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to feel lucky and roll a 15 instead.
That time. All right, so you take 5 points of thunder damage, and I don't knock you backwards. And he takes a step back into a swirl of leaves and reappears over here. So, and that's the druid's turns. Okay. Which means it's Ilmoon's turn.
Ilmoon continues climbing up the effigy towards the seed.
Okay.
If the barbarian's threatening me, I'll step of wind again.
Okay, that was going to be my. So you step of wind, and you can climb up, and you're directly in front of where you think the seed is, where the green light is pulsing out.
All right, I'm going to make one last desperate attempt to rip the seed out, whatever makes sense based on the structure here, whether it's like ripping the vines away or trying to hack through it with my spear. I'm going to try to get in there and pluck the seed right out.
Okay, so first make a strength check to try to pull the vines apart. Because remember, last time the vines had like reached out and grabbed it and pulled it back in.
Oh, strength check, seriously. Oh, 12.
You are unsuccessful. You're trying to like rip at these like rotted, gross branches and vines that are in there, and you just can't seem to pull them apart enough to get your hand in to grab the seed. You're just like desperately trying to like reach in and grab this thing.
Oh, well, that was a disaster. All right. Well, all I've got left is movement. I'm gonna climb around the north arm of the statue and then just take a flying leap off and slow fall down to the ground just to get away from the guy that's climbing after me.
So like we'll say there, go there. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you scramble around and do a like push yourself off and kind of fall backwards and then right yourself and land on your feet. And it is the Berserker's turn. So these two guys have to make saving throws, which are wisdom saving throws, because I remember.
Yes.
And that guy rolled a 12. That guy rolled an 11.
Okay, so they each take 12 radiant damage as they're pummeled by the spiritual guardians.
So the one over here by R2 looks pretty bloodied at this point. Actually, the other guy's not far behind him. Okay, so it's their turn. So this barbarian is going to spend his movement climbing down, and then he climbs down and gets to about there. This guy, let's see, number 4 here is going to attack recklessly R2. And I rolled 2 2s, so I'm going to assume that's a miss.
That is definitely a miss.
And this guy gonna. No, they're pretty single-minded, so he's going to attack R2 as well. And a 12, I'm going to assume is not a hit against R2.
Nope, 15.
Okay, so that's their turn. Oh, and this guy actually. See, he got up and he remembers Elaine Tree being the one to cast a spell on him. So he's going to charge over here and recklessly attack Elaine Tree. And I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, silvery barb set.
Okay. So I rolled a 17.
Still hits, but at least it's not critical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow a critical to go through. That's a good use of that. Wait, does will Elaine Tree have advantage? Yeah, because he recklessly attacked.
Yes. Yep. So
Then I'll give
that
Ilmoon advantage.
12 points of slashing damage on Tree.
That's getting to my real hit points now. Stop that.
Okay, and that's all of them. So now it is Elaine Tree's turn.
Okay. Ow, that hurt. Come on, man. I'm gonna stab him with my sword.
Okay.
No. Gotta stop rolling with that dice. Oh, I rolled 2 7s. So that's 14
For damn.
to hit.
Oh, okay. That is a hit. Their armor class is 13.
Okay, so I have normal damage is I rolled a 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 8, and then the sneak attack damage because it's doing advantage. My dice tower's not working. 5 and what is this one? 9.
So 14 points of damage.
Points of damage.
Okay.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to run towards. I'm going to run towards Ilmoon. I can move. What's my movement? 30 feet. So I'll move 30 feet towards Ilmoon. And if I get near Ilmoon,
10, 15. So they're right there. Is that where you want to end? That's you have another 15 feet of movement if you want.
put me north of Ilmoon just a little bit. I still want to be inside the red zone.
Okay. Understandable.
So I get to roll my temporary hit points now.
Yes. Declan, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to move my spiritual guardian up the floating claymore to that. Yep. And he will attack 15 plus. You said 11. Or no, this is a barbarian.
Yeah, so they're 13.
Okay. So that is womp womp. 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
And
He is looking a little wary as well.
I will move up to the left of my spiritual weapon and I will attack.
When I hit him with the poison sword. Does it still do poison damage or no?
No.
It's just a one-time. Okay.
For 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay. He is somehow still holding on.
What's going on?
All right, so let me redraw this real quick.
And I'm not really keeping track of the spirit guardians because they last 10 minutes. So unless this takes 100 rounds,
you never know.
Yeah.
We still got Strahd to fight after this, so
That's true.
That's right. Okay, so it looks like Goldenrod is now outside the Twilight Sanctuary.
Do I lose the temporary?
No, you keep them.
Okay.
But you don't get to roll again unless you end your turn with it.
Okay. R2 is going to attack first. Which one looks bloody? Which number?
Number 5 looks worse.
Okay. And is that did either of those attack me recklessly last time?
They both did. So this guy right here.
So I'm going to attack that guy then. Let's see. 2's not gonna help me, but 17.
That's a hit.
All right. For another 11 points.
All right. He is still standing.
All right.
I just picture this little like robotic gnome and these two like hulking barbarians just like that's right. Just like tearing at each other.
All right. Goldenrod's gonna move like southwest to get back into the ring.
So like here?
Right there, yeah. And I'm still gonna sharpshoot the one guy down. Which one was it? I think it was that one, yeah. So right, is that the one I attacked last time?
Yes. No. So. Well, that's the one you missed. You shot it at
yeah. Right. Oh, it was totally a 20 and it rolled. Damn it. That is going to be an 11 as a miss, I believe.
Yes.
All right, I'll take one more shot at that one's going to be a hit. All right. For 18 points.
All right. You have bloodied him with a shot. Oh. He just like the hit basically like knocks him to his knees for a second, and he coughs up blood and then stands up and is no longer chanting but turns to face you.
Are there any still chanting?
Yes, this guy is still chanting, and so is this guy. And is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. It's their turn. All right. So this guy is now going to make his first saving throw, or try to make his first saving throw. And roll a 4, so he doesn't make it. And the other barbarian rolled an 18.
Okay. So 9 points of damage on a fail, and 5 on a success.
So this berserker is also felled by the swirling spectral knights.
Your defeat was foretold in the stars, fool.
Oh wait, it wasn't his. He wasn't supposed to shoot. He wasn't supposed to roll. It wasn't his turn.
Hey, he's gonna die.
There was no way he was gonna. We'll just assume he fails it next time. So. Yeah, 3 hit points. So even if he managed to make it again, he was not going to survive. All right, so Druid's turn. Actually, he's starts chanting, and you notice his skin underneath his hides and dirt just starts taking on a crusty bark-like appearance. And this guy is still chanting. This guy is not. He is going to. Hold on, I want to check one thing.
It's not good when the DM says, "I want to check something."
Yeah. Uh, he comes running toward you, Cold Moon.
Did you just call him Gold Moon?
Gold Moon. I've done that twice now. Yes, Goldenrod.
Oh,
The companions of the Lance.
That's right. Well, I was reading about Dragonlance earlier. So
Goldenrod and Ilmoon combined forces, and they.
That's right. And see, that's just screwing with my brain even more.
Lane turns into a tender.
He screams something in a guttural language that you don't understand and slams both of his fists against the ground. And the ground underneath R2 and Goldenrod both starts heaving and shifting. And I need you to both make dexterity saving throws, please.
Okay. Mine. 13 for me, and R2's is 7.
Okay, so
Hold on, I lied. You get some proficiency bonus. 10.
Okay, so Goldenrod, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and manage to keep your feet as the ground basically just like hurls rocks up at you and tremors underneath you. R2 takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. This guy turns to Declan and also takes out a length of thorn encrusted plant.
Which guy was doing this?
This guy up here.
Okay.
And as he's chanting and waving it around, it elongates into a whip. And he is going to try to attack you with it. Actually, no, he's attacking a lane tree with it. And I rolled a 23 to hit.
That's 9 more. That's 9 higher than my armor class.
Okay, well, that'll do it.
Lane Tree tries to like do the jump rope, but she's not good at it, so it hits her legs.
That's right. You had just run up to Ilmoon and you're like, "Hey, Mr. Moon, how's it going?" When this like thorny length of plant wraps around your neck. And you take 5 points of piercing damage and get pulled back this way towards the druid. Kind of drags you across the ground.
Leave the child alone.
And as all of this is going on, the statue effigy starts like cracking and splitting open, and you see little bits of looks like rotted branches coming out, pulling the effigy apart from the inside. And a 30-foot tall plant creature bursts out of the statue, sending twigs and earth flying. The creature resembles a dead treant with green light seeping out of it.
They created Groot, an undead Groot.
And the one druid that was remaining chanting just falls to its knees and starts screaming, "Winter Splinter, Winter Splinter, Winter Splinter!"
Oh, no.
Turn over to Winter Splinter's page. All right. And that's their turn. Ilmoon, you're up.
Anyone
Actually,
else
hold on.
feel like we should?
Before you go, Jay, let me just, for flavor, what the hell did I do? This is basically what it looks like.
Ooh.
Frankie.
So now I will put the map back up so you know exactly what you want to do.
Anyone else feel like we should run back to the vineyard and tell them we couldn't find the seed? All right. Well, I'm going to try to help Elaine Tree out. I'm going to run up to the druid. I want to like kind of come around and be north of the druid.
Like that?
Yeah. All right. Let's mess this guy up. Jeez. Well, my best roll so far is a 14.
That's a hit. The armor class is only 11.
All right. Oh my gosh, that other one was almost a hit too. All right, 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He is he has you just like roundhouse punch him right in the face and it like splinters his nose.
Oh gee, should I press my attack here? Sure, whatever. Let's go all in. I'll come at him knees and elbows. There we go. 26 to hit. And gosh. 12. Did we decide 12 is a hit?
12 is a hit.
Oh, yes. All right. A grand total of 15 points of damage.
How would you like to have killed that druid?
I'm so furious. I grab his stupid thorn lash, wrap it around his own throat, and like jerk it, and he's done.
Just blood starts spurting everywhere, and he collapses to the ground.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Ilmoon's gone dark.
Yes.
Ilmoon's been influenced by Elaine Tree too much.
All right, so there is no one left within the spiritual guardian's range to make saving throws of the wisdom variety. So these two guys are going to press their attack on R2. First one going only an 18 to hit.
Didn't the enemies already go at him? Because I
The
feel
druids
like
went.
Oh, okay.
The druids and barbarians have different initiatives.
Oh, so they have different.
Yeah. Yep.
Curses.
Sorry. So is an 18 a hit, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be another 11 points of slashing damage. And so the other one is going to continue to press his attack. And that's last. So 14
is not a hit.
Okay. And so this guy here. Oh wait, that's a no. Berserker. That's a druid. Right, this guy.
Oh, he was prone at him. I don't know if you get.
They already had advantage for their reckless attack.
Okay.
Right? I think with prone it's different than unconscious.
Yeah,
Prone, only movement. You have disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has an advantage.
and you have to use like half your movement to get up or something like that too.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so this guy is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Charge up here and attack a lane tree. Recklessly, as always. 18 plus 5
And that's a hit.
is
That's a hit.
20 there. Okay.
You have to add the +5.
Okay. For 9 points of slashing damage.
There go my temporary hit points again.
Showing no mercy to the child. And that's their turn. So now it's Lane Tree's turn.
Ow! Why do you guys hurt me? What did I ever do to you except stab you? So I get advantage on this, right?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
That is a hit.
Okay. So the damage is, oh, come on. 4 plus sword damage. 4 plus, that's 8 for the non-sneak attack damage. And then for the sneak attack damage, we have, I roll 11.
Okay.
I am now
Yes.
going cunning. What?
He's still standing.
Okay. Cunning action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to back up behind Ilmoon.
So basically, like that.
Mr. Moon, he's mean to me. And I'm going to roll my temporary hit points. 5 plus 5.
So Lane Tree. Now it's Declan's turn.
Okay, so I kind of imagine like basically a like garrison of like or a squad of these spirit guardians just kind of like milling about with my spiritual weapon, and Declan in the center just kind of like no one to challenge me. I'm going to
clear the space around you.
Yes, we actually sit down, we start playing cards.
There you go.
Go fish.
Yes, I am going to move, and my movement would dictate that I can move just diagonally behind that one druid, closer to
Down here.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay.
And the spiritual weapon is going to move, since its movement is only 20 feet, over to let's see, 5, 10, 50. Okay, so just north of that first barbarian there. Yep, right there.
Okay. All right, so give me 1 second now.
Yes.
Just to redraw my stuff. Come on. Delete. Okay. So we're going to start with the red one. So that's 35, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30. And now yellow is 15 for this one, right?
Yep.
5, 10, 15.
Yeah,
That's
that
almost
should-
like you planned that.
Yes, so that should catch all of them.
Yep.
And I am going to have my spiritual weapon attack that barbarian just south of it,
Okay.
and that's a 13 plus. So I imagine
That's a
it.
hit. Yep.
For 8 points of force damage.
He is down to the magical number of 3 hit points.
Okay, then I am going to use yeah. How is the one looking next to him?
He's looking pretty good actually.
Okay, so I am going to toll the dead on him. So my Dolorous chimes of
Boom.
yes. So he
He needs
makes
to make
a
a save.
yes wisdom save.
Okay. Jeez, he is a very wise berserker. Rolled an 18.
Oh, so he takes no damage.
And
And
he slams his hand against the side of his head.
curse you, barbarian. And that is my turn.
Okay. Goldenrod and R2D2.
All right. Archer's going to attack that one that's got to be pretty close to being dead by now. First, he's going to stand up. And then he's going to attack that one. Did he attack me recklessly or no? Because I was
Yes, he did.
All right.
They do not discern whether to attack you recklessly or not.
17
That's a hit.
for 8 points of force damage.
How would you like R2 to have killed this berserker?
Feel like the berserker would be looming over him, so I'm thinking like just a swift uppercut, or maybe like directly into the groin, just hard enough to
Actually
really
lift him up off the ground with it.
Okay. What is Goldenrod going to do? So I'm in melee. Okay, so I'm going to pull my scimitar out and slash at this druid. 14
That's a hit.
and an 18, so those are hits. 12 points.
Oh, it's a very effective turn for you. How would you like to have killed this one?
So I don't picture him being very comfortable with the scimitar yet. So he just kind of like almost like he accidentally slices him and he catches him across the throat.
Back.
It's like, oh dear, oh sorry, oh, that was good.
I must do that again sometime. Okay, so let's go. Let's turn. You're all done now?
I am all.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way first. The berserker is going to make attempt to make his wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Fail. And then the two druids. I'm gonna assume a 18 is a succeed, and
Yes.
what about a 13?
Fail.
Okay, so only this guy succeeded.
So 14 damage on a fail and 7 on a success. Radiant.
Oh, and this guy is felled by the spirit guardians. Okay, so the druid is this. Read on that again. So he's gonna move here, and he's going to. Okay, so actually, his movement's 15 because it's halved, right?
Yeah, it's halved. Yep.
Okay. Oh no, he can't catch all of you.
He's harried by my spirit guardian.
He is. All right, so he's actually just going to stay there, and he's going to cast. Make sure I get this right. Okay. 120 Virginia and you. So 15. Okay. So actually, he is going to have to move one more step. So he's going to step into melee range against you. And he claps his hands together, and I need Declan and Goldenrod to both make Constitution saving throws, please.
Yes.
He's going to upcast.
15.
14.
$14 and $15, you both said, right?
Yeah, I got 15.
All right, so you both saved. So 7 points of thunder damage. Those spells for him, and it is also Winter Splinter's turn.
Uh-oh. No.
He's rooted to the ground. He can't move.
He lifts his roots up, and you can hear like it tearing from the ground and just ripping up as one almost like leg appendage comes out of the ground and steps down in front of him. And with the same effort, it lifts the other one up, freeing itself from the ground. And he begins to.
And that's his entire movement.
Yes. 5, 10, 15.
He's getting in range to eat one of the barbarians.
25,
Winter Splinter hungry.
30.
Oh no.
35, 40. And it
What?
just starts marching off to the north.
Oh, he's just going to kill other people. What was I worried about?
Oh yeah.
And now it is Ilmoon's turn.
Okay, Ilmoon draws a couple hidden throwing blades from his wristbands and chucks them at the barbarian.
Oh. All right.
18 to hit on the first one,
That is a
20
hit.
something to hit on the second.
There's also a hit.
Gonna be grand total of 15 points of damage on those.
Okay. He is still standing. He has little throwing daggers sticking out of his chest.
He doesn't sound very perturbed by my onslaught, so
He is bloodied.
he is. Oh, should I press my attack knowing that it might result in my death too?
What would Ilmoon do?
That's right. It's like the old Dragon's Lair cartoon. If Ilmoon presses the attack.
I've wasted like 4 turns not punching people. I'm gonna scoot in and try to kick him in the face.
All right.
Flurry of blows. Definitely a hit. And another 20 something. So let's do for 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my.
When you say "oh my," you gotta say like George Takei. You gotta be like,
Oh my.
Bye.
All right. He is your flurry of blows like knocks him back a step, and he actually has to like kneel to the ground and steady himself, and then he just like growls and spits at you as he stands back up. His like face is like his one eye's swollen shut, his nose is just like a mess against his face.
A little move I like to call the sneak attack setup.
And it is his turn. Okay, so the one left in the Spiritual Guardians is going to make his saving throw and roll a natural 20.
Oh, which was that a barbarian or is that the?
Yes, it is a barbarian.
Okay. Oops. It would help if I rolled the right die. So he made his save.
Yes.
So 5 points of radiant damage.
Okay. He is still standing, and he is. We'll just have the one facing off with Ilmoon attack. He's pretty irritated with you. You made him chase him up with an effigy, and he didn't stay dead when he killed you before, so he's pretty mad at you. And that is a 15 to hit, which I'm gonna guess is a miss.
Yes, it's a miss.
All right, and then the remaining druid or berserker is going to attack R2 and roll a 22 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
For 8 points of slashing damage.
Good thing I'm still in that orange circle.
And that's their turn. So it's now Landry's turn.
Okay. How you doing, Mr. Moon? Need my help?
Just kill this turkey.
Landry's gonna run up to the barbarian.
Okay.
Does she get advantage because he's attacking recklessly?
During the turn, but attacks against it. Yep.
13. Wait, hang on. Let me do the advantage one. Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
My dice tree is not working today. 5 for the normal damage and 2, 8 for the sneak attack damage.
All right. How would you like to have killed this barbarian berserker?
After she said, "Do you need my help?" Langtree just runs up, and after he punched him, she like sliced off his head.
Nice.
And then, do I have any movement left?
Let's see. You are here, so 10. Yeah, you have 20 feet of movement left.
So I'm gonna move towards the east, and I want to get within the circle.
Okay, so you just want to go like this, like down
Yeah,
here?
that's fine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll my temporary hit.
Hey, Jay, your sneak attack setup worked.
See?
See? Teamwork.
Oh, wait.
That's our version of the fastball special, right?
That's right.
So I like to
Okay,
picture Ilmoon attacked the barbarian's legs, and while he was hunkered down, Elaine Tree runs up and uses him as a stepping stone to like jump up and attack his throat.
Down he goes. Okay, Declan, you're up.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm just trying to give because Winter Splinter is moving up to the north. Just trying
All of
to
a
give
sudden, we entered Google Earth.
That's right.
Google failure.
I'm going to have the spiritual weapon attack the berserker there.
Okay.
Oh, that's probably a miss. 10.
That is a miss.
Okay. Then I am going to... How... Is he bloodied or...
Yes.
Toll the dead again on him. Hopefully he won't roll 18 on his wisdom save.
Nope, only an 8 this time.
Okay. So he takes 9 points of necrotic damage.
He just holds his head in his hands for a second, and you hear like this howl come out of him. Anything else?
No. That is my turn. I am but an instrument of divine justice. I shall defeat your tree creature here in one moment after I've dispatched the rest of you.
And so Declan went. Sorry, it's Goldenrod and R2's turn.
All right, let's see if R2 can put an end to that barbarian who I believe recklessly attacked last time again.
Yes. It's just a safe assumption that they're always recklessly attacking.
That's gonna be a hit for for 10 points of force damage.
Okay. He is still standing. Oops.
And I'm going to sheath my scimitar. Go back to my enchanted crossbow. And I'm going to launch one bolt at that guy.
Okay.
That'll hit. 11 points.
He is just barely still standing.
Well, I think it looks cooler if I launch a quick one there and then spin around and hit the other guy. Anyways,
Okay.
so unfortunately, I'm going to stick with that plan. That's going to hit 19 hits, right?
Yep.
All right, 8 points to the druid.
Okay. He is still standing as well. So the berserker is like coughing up blood and has like blood coming out of his nose and ears at this point, and is just in this constant like gagging as he's breathing, but is still managing through pure rage to stay on his feet. And it is the druid's turn. Winter Splinter's turn, so he needs to try to make his saving throw. And roll the 19. Mike, what's his radiant damage for your spiritual guardians?
Then that's 6.
6. Okay, still standing. And he is going to move over here and slam the ground as well and use his last spell slot there to cast that. And I need both Goldenrod and Declan to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why do you trouble the most charming of the group? Goldenrod and Declan.
19 for me.
Ooh, 20, not natural.
All right, so you each take, as the ground, again, he just slams his fist into the ground, and the ground heaves and boulders come up at you and start smashing you in the face with bits of dirt. You each take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, but manage to keep your feet. So that's his turn, and so we're just going to do this again. Ooh.
Google Earth again.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Now, Adam, does this tree creature
30. Okay, yes.
Sorry. Does this tree creature basically even acknowledge us? Does it even look at us? Or is it just kind of on a mission to...
It seems focused on heading in that direction. It didn't look at you or anything. It just pulled
And that's the
itself out of
direction we
ground.
came in, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Probably headed to Castle Ravenloft to kill Strahd, so I'd say it's a job well done.
Strahd's hanging out someplace over here, though.
Is Strahd still there? Can we see him?
Yes, he is astride his horse. Just fixating on the fog and mist to the west. And it is Ilmoon's turn.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna charge in and go after that barbarian. Is he within 40 feet of me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep.
All right, well, then we'll do the nothing fancy with stabs aplenty. All right, 16 to hit on the first one. And,
Right, so
oh,
Jay,
yeah.
he had a single hit point left. So he gets up from being hit with Goldenrod's crossbow bolt and being assaulted by Toll of the Dead and just like defiantly screaming in rage at Goldenrod and Declan when you come out of nowhere and just like stab him through the chest so that your spear bursts out the front of it, and he looks at it confused for a second, and then just goes limp.
Okay, then.
Behold the
gonna,
spear of Kevin.
That's right. I'm just going to assume you would do more than a single point of damage with an attack.
Could happen.
All right. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm good. I'll
Okay.
bask in the glory of my kill steal.
That's like, mine. Berserker, but there's none of them left. Elaine Tree, you're up.
How far away is Winter Splinter there from me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet.
50 feet. Okay, so I can't catch it.
You could if you dash.
Dash.
Yeah, but can I dash and then attack? Oh, I can because I have cunning action, right?
You could take cunning action to dash and then move.
When I get
So that would be, and that would be
He
60
can move
feet.
60 feet and attack. Right.
Yes. Just trying to figure out the action
But then you
economy.
couldn't disengage because you've already used cunning action.
Correct.
It's okay, Elaine Tree's gonna solo Winter Splinter.
She played on trees when she was growing up in Fort Neverwinter.
Well, with any luck, Winter Splinter still is just like whatever and just keeps moving away.
Yeah, Lane Tree's gonna. I'm trying to figure out the action, so I would have to use cunning action to. I'd have to use my movement and cunning action to move.
No, you wouldn't have to do that. You could just use cunning action to dash and then use your base action, right, Jay, to attack.
Yeah, he's gonna move, cunning action, dash, and then attack.
Yep.
Okay, so do that. Move cunning action, and I'm on a Winter Splinter.
Okay.
Actually, she goes up and taps him on the shoulder. I'm like, "Hi," and then
Well, he is huge, so
taps
he's
him
like
on
30 feet tall. So.
taps him on the foot and says, "Hi." And then,
Your initials in them.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
21.
That is a hit. His armor class is 15.
And it's not any. I'm just soloing it, so.
Yep.
6 points of damage.
All right. They all count.
Count my initials when I do that too. AH.
And it is now
He's dead,
Declan's
right?
turn. Yep. It just you hear like a timber sound as it crashes to the ground. Oh. Falls to the ground.
Yeah, that was a elaborate ceremony to create one blight.
That's right.
It's Grandmother Willow there. Not with
Right. Declan, you're up.
Okay, so on my spiritual weapons last turn here, he's going to move down to the druid and try to attack.
For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to put it between the two of you guys.
And that's
there.
a 17 plus, so
That would be a hit.
for 10 points of force damage.
How would you like your spiritual weapon to have killed this druid?
So basically just doing its full movement forward and spears him. And then as it spears him and kills him, it just dissipates because it's the last round.
How fortuitous.
Yes. So is my action. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, okay. Let's see.
So yeah, just for clarity's sake, right now it's just you guys and Winter Splinter.
Okay, so I'm going to move up to 60 feet would take me like a knight's move to the left behind Elaine Tree. So one behind
like,
and nope.
Like
one
there.
Up. No, I was thinking to the left, right
Like,
there. Yep.
Okay. All right. And
Sorry, you have to redraw the circles.
that's okay.
And
Don't want to erase all.
there are only 2 rounds left of Twilight Sanctuary as a heads up.
Okay, so Twilight Sanctuary is the yellow one, which is 15 feet.
Yeah, and there's no more Spiritual Guard. Oh, yeah, Spiritual Guardians is going to go for another, like...
Yeah.
80 plus rounds, so...
Why is it circle? Circle. 5, 10, 15. And this is the last round for this one. For
there's
Sanctuary.
2 more.
2 more. Okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
That's my turn, unfortunately.
Okay. Goldenrod, you and R2 are up.
Let's see. That's a long ways away. R2 is going to. He's going to move and then use his. Does he have any repairs? I'm trying to remember how long it was since we took a long rest.
We took a long rest before combat, I think.
Okay.
We
So
started on the journey.
all right, so he's got to repair them. So he's going to move his full 40 feet. And then he's going to repair.
Okay. So is he just going to move straight north?
Yeah.
Here you go.
And I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
In my 30 feet. And I'm assuming that's going to get me in range to hit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep.
All right. I'm going to try and sharpshoot. And roll horribly. 9 and a 10.
Both of those miss. Okay. The Winter Splinter stops its forward movement, turns, and it's actually doesn't turn, it just stops its forward movement, and then like its face kind of appears in the bark directly in front of Elaine Tree.
Hi.
And
did he make the save?
Oh, he did not. He did not.
Hi, Mr. Tree.
And he rolled a 4, so I'm gonna assume that's a fail.
So 17 radiant damage.
Okay. And so now the face like appears and it just glowers down at you, and 2 branches come swinging out at you. And the first one is a stunning miss. And does a 15 hit?
It just hits.
All right. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage from the branch.
14, you said?
Yep. So, and Declan, underneath you, bursting up from the ground around you, are 2 roots that attempt to wrap around you. So the first one is another stunning miss. And the second one is, I'm going to assume you're going to silvery barbs this, a 25.
Is he doing this or?
Yes. So one of his roots is like snaked under the ground and come up, and actually 2 of them, and grabbed you.
I am not going to silvery barbs it.
All right, you are grappled.
Okay.
And it is Ilmon's turn.
Declan's like, I will accept that.
I
That's
kind of like this, actually.
Yes.
This is cozy.
I like being grappled. I choose to be grappled.
All right, Ilmon's boldly chasing after the tree. Once it turns around and reveals its horrifying face, Ilmon skids to a stop 20 feet short of the tree.
Okay, so I'm just going to count. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So like here, next to R2, would that be?
Yeah, maybe a little over to the right, just so a lane tree is not in my line of sight.
So like here? Is that where you wanted to be, Jay?
A couple more over. Like I was thinking, like 2 to the right. Yeah, looks good.
Right there? Okay.
Sure. Then Ilmoon starts patting himself down like he's looking for his wallet and finds 2 more throwing blades tucked into his belt. Throws them at Winter Splinter. Oh, shnikes. Okay, what a 12 hit.
No, his armor class is 15.
Shame, because I rolled 2 12s. They harmlessly plunk into his thick bark.
Punk, punk.
That does it for me.
Lane Tree, it is your turn.
Elaine Tree is going to slash at Winter Splinter.
All right.
How about Summer Stay Together? That's a better name. Unnatural 20.
That would be a hit.
9 points of damage. And then she says, "Let Mr. Poopyhead go." And then she's going to disengage and move 15 feet away from it.
Okay. Just back past Declan, basically.
Basically, yes.
15, so back here.
Yep.
Okay.
And I still got to roll my temporary hit points. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Declan, it is your turn, and at the beginning of your turn, you feel the root start to constrict around you, and you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That's no good. No, and I'm actually taking hit point damage. Okay, so Declan uses his bonus action to Misty Step, so basically bamf into starlight and then reappear 2 spaces to the east.
To the east, this way?
Yeah, so it's really not going to affect too much as far as the radius of everything.
Okay.
And so instead, I'm going to, as my action, Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. Now he has
It's
to
a wisdom save, yeah.
Roll the 3.
Yes. Ooh.
So that's extra damage on the Toll of the Death.
Yeah, right. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Just like you see bits of your boom and like bits of the leaves and branches kind of wither and crumple off of him.
And that is my turn.
All right. Goldenrod, you and R2 are up.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and sharpshoot again. And I rolled a natural 1 and a 10. So those dice are getting traded out.
Giant tree. You've been sniping druids and berserkers all night, and there's this giant tree that you can't hit.
I'm shooting between the branches.
That's right. As he's like swaying.
And then let's see. Can R2 get to him?
It's a 40 feet. Yeah, so I'm 5, 10, 15. Yeah, right up to him.
So R2's going to hit him. And that die isn't much better. rolled a 10.
Nope, that's not it either.
All right.
So R2 brings its fist down on the root, and it just does not seem to damage Winter Splinter.
Does anybody have a bless or anything they could throw out there?
So it is Winter Splinter's turn, and he is going to
he has to make his save.
make his save. Try to make his save.
Yes.
Actually rolled a 17, so that's good.
Boo. So he only takes...
But I'm burning all my good rolls on my saves.
So he takes 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. And so he is pretty frustrated at this point and not very bright. So let's see. He's
Animated
going
tree isn't
to-
very smart.
Yeah. He is going to he's gonna attack R2 twice. The first one is a 24 to hit with a branch. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, so 8. Wow, my brain's not working. 19 points of bludgeoning damage with that. And the second one is a 15 to hit. Is that a hit against R2?
Was it?
15?
15 is his armor class.
Okay. So that one is 17 points of bludgeoning damage on that one.
All right.
And a root bursts up to try to grasp R2. And that is a non-natural 20 to hit. So he is grappled by this root that bursts up through the ground, and another one bursts up through the ground at Declan's feet. And that is a 22 to hit.
That was silvery barbs.
Okay.
Running
So
out
he
of
gets
spell slots.
disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Well, so this one was a natural 20. So
Oh, well, so the first one, I guess. And I'll give
So you-
myself advantage then on the next save ability check or attack roll.
So you two are both grappled by roots. And it is Ilmun's turn.
Well, I've run out of options, so I'm going to dash in and boldly stab this guy. Hey, why don't you leave us alone? All right. I'm pretty sure a 10 misses, but I'm equally sure that a 22 will hit.
Yes, it does.
For 10 points of stabby damage.
All right. So you just lead in with your spear as Declan and R2 are wrapped up to either side of you, and you just start hacking away with your spear at this tree. Bits of bark and detritus go flying around you.
All right, that's it this turn.
All right. So that's the end of the round. So we can call it for tonight here since it's 10:57. And you guys can strategize on how you want to fight Winter Splinter at this point. And I am good for Sunday if everybody else is.
I'm good for Sunday.
See you there.
Should be fine.
Okay,
Awesome.
is Winter Splinter he can't look bloody, but is he looking sappy at least?
No.
He's in full bloom.
That's right. You're getting the sense as like you're visiting Washington, D.C. during the cherry bloom.
So he is not bloodied.
He is not bloodied.
Okay. We got to bring our A game.
Combat session
And,
lasts it's probably gonna end up being a total of 2 sessions.
well, it was like half the last session too.
Half the last session, all of this session.
Yep.
And Strahd's still out there, right?
And Strahd's sitting there too.
Yeah, so
Yes,
after
yeah.
this, we just run and attack Strahd.
Yes. There you go. I would do that. That's what I would do if I was you guys. Not to metagame.
I want to check and see how Strahd reacts if I tell him I'm the reborn Kevin.
He might like that. He might be into it.
Night, guys.
Good night.
See you guys.
Later.
Bye.